because you only attacked with the one and dropped it. And this is what you're looking at. He touched you, and I will let you make the second attack at the same time he touches you.
Okay, well, he's getting that fan across the face. For a 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
24 points.
No. I wish it was 24 points. 24.
Oh, yeah, you hit. You hit. His robes seem to be made out of seaweed. 16.
6 points. Right to the mind.
6 points?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. And with that touch, you take 30.
I drop to the deck.
Okay. So, the journey, as you know, is a long one. As I mentioned, it is 1,600 miles across the seas. The sea has been calm now for 3 days. Too calm. The sails hang limp in air that doesn't stir. The ocean mirrors the pale sky so perfectly it feels like the ship floats in glass. Even the gulls are gone. Below decks, the ashen core glows brighter each day. The brass and obsidian bands encasing it hiss and shift like something inside is breathing. At night, there are dreams. Jorrack, what is it that your character is doing during these days of uncanny stillness on deck, below with the core, or amongst the crew?
On deck, he'll make himself handy if necessary, but he's keeping an eye out for the not Leviathan. So he's keeping a watch.
Not a Leviathan.
The one that Rynn keeps saying isn't there. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Okay. And where would we find Kian during these times of stillness?
She would probably just be helping out where she could at various spots on the ship, or down in below decks, in her bunk, or in the kitchen, helping the cooks with whatever they might need.
Okay, so you're
depending on
mostly
how her
below
mood
deck.
strikes her. Yes.
Okay. What about Rynn? Where's Rynn?
Rynn is generally to be found in the riggings, making repairs, doing whatever. And when she gets bored, she's causing trouble.
Causing trouble, throwing stuff from the crow's nest, stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And where would Daksha be?
Honestly, she'd be on deck most of the time, trying to keep herself busy where she needs to be. But when on her downtime, I think she would do a lot of like meditating, or the form of her, like her fighting forms and things like that. If anyone wanted to join in, she would show them how to do it, things like that. Or you would see her carving wood. She loves carving little wooden birds, something like that.
As you guys are doing your thing over the 3 days, word spreads pretty quickly that the crew are avoiding the cargo hold. Jinna, the Gulf rigger, ran that you would probably run into, swears she saw something in the water's reflection that wasn't there when she looked up. Garrick the Raven comes over across the deck to that area, feathers ruffled, and says he's heard someone counting beside him while he was taking inventory. Only he was alone.
See, it's a ghost. It's not a Leviathan.
All right, so Rynn, you're the first to react. So Garrick is standing there. Jinna's kind of hanging from the riggings as well, and you're saying, see, it's a ghost, and that's your response.
That is my professional assessment.
Okay, You can tell at this point. Roll me an insight check, actually.
Somebody put my dice away. Inside is yay, +3. 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay.
I'm very
Um,
insightful.
So you are starting to, like, now that you're saying ghost and everything else, and you're saying this, and you've heard already, including yourself, everybody's been getting these nightmares over the last couple of days anyway, and they seem like a shared nightmare. It's like everybody's in them. You're kind of piecing that together. You guys, the four of you, you're not sure if the rest of the crew. You seem to see some differences in their dreams with yours. You dream of a black sea, a drowned throne, and the core floating like a beating heart. It's coming. The dream itself. You're thinking at first. You were thinking, oh, maybe this ghost. Maybe it's this ghost presence, kind of putting it upon you. But thinking on it for a minute, the feelings are different. It feels like this dream is being projected from within. In a way, like it seems like it's coming from outside, but it seems like it's involving you somehow. What about Kian, as you're starting to hear these whispers as well of the dreams and the core? What would Kian be doing about those situations?
The depths hold more secrets than most realize. There are ancient secrets. Who are we to surmise?
You're below deck anyway, so you're starting to notice the crew panic a little bit. But you also are near the hold where you see that cased core and pulsing like it is. Roll me an Arcana or Religion check, please.
I think that is going to be a 12 regardless.
12. Okay.
12.
So yeah, you're just noticing a panic amongst the crew. Jorrack,
Her
you're
words
starting
were hoping
to notice.
to soothe.
Oh, you're going to attempt to soothe some folks, like calm them down?
Her words were hoping to soothe. She said
Okay.
that the depths have always held their secrets. Secrets that are ancient, and who are we to surmise?
Okay. So that was your intent, to do that and figure that out. So Jorrack, what are you doing as you start to see some of the crews panicking? You're hearing about these other people sharing dreams. You know yourself, you've had the dreams. You guys have probably discussed amongst yourself as well the similarity in that dream of the black waters and the thing. What is Jorrack doing now that just recently, like you're on deck, so you hear Jinna and Garrick and Rynn talking about the face or the in the vision in the water, as well as the voice beside Garrick as well. So what are you doing?
I mean, he's had these dreams too? Just to confirm?
Yeah.
Okay. He's actually pretty good. The dream itself doesn't bother him, and looking about the crew and the panic, he's a little confused. It's like, what's wrong? Primarily because he's just happy to take a break from his normal nightmares, and this is just a heavenly dream compared to that. So he definitely appreciates the break, and it's like, it's just a dream. Why? It's confused.
Okay, well, you roll me an insight check.
Insight, something I'm not good at. Oh, it's not bad. Okay, 16.
Even those that aren't have
16, that's pretty good.
Insight.
Bad for
As you're kind of saying that, and you're talking to some of the crew up on deck, you identify the most shaken of the crew. some that are really kind of freaked out. Some of the others, the ones you talk to, kind of like they like pat you on the back and move about their business, but you can still they're still kind of freaked out a little bit, but they calm a little bit. But you do identify the most shaken. You can attempt, if you like, a persuasion to calm them down.
His attempt at persuasion is going to walk up to the person and just sit down next to them and just be a presence with them.
So you find the most shaken, the most freaked out, and you just sit down with them and just be a presence. Roll me either. Yeah, it's not
there.
So yeah, you'll have to roll me a persuasion.
That's a -1 to that.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, that's a 14.
All right, you do calm that crewman down. Daksha, you're also on deck. You also hear Rynn and Jinna and Garrick speaking about the voice and about the image in the water, and you're starting to see some of the crew now, because everybody, you guys all know you've shared dreams, but the crew's also had some kind of a shared dream as well, a nightmare, and they've been talking about it. But now with these events actually happening, they're kind of starting to freak out a little bit. So this is all going. What are you doing as this is all going on?
So I've got two things that I want to kind of do. One is I want to kind of playfully goad Rynn into going and checking on the hull where where the source,
where the core is.
Yeah, where the core is, and just kind of like go, in the sense of like, since this seems to be the source, doesn't it pique your curiosity? And kind of like try to get that curious cat to go check on it.
Are you trying to get her to go alone or with you?
No, I'm trying to get her to go alone because she's the really sneaky one, and also the one that likes to get in trouble anyway. So they're kind of used to her getting into trouble. So trying to encourage.
There is a bit of this is going to be really on Rynn to decide, but just for saying, roll a persuasion, and then Rynn can decide if that's kind of enough to pique her curiosity as a first level character, and kind of defiant and playful as well.
Oh yeah, and again, it's kind of a let's see if I can get her to do it. But if she doesn't, oh well, let's see.
If she doesn't, oh well.
14.
What was it?
A 14.
14. So what do you think, Rynn?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. You are the best at figuring out the curiosities, aren't you?
So Rynn makes her way down.
Sneak.
To the central hold, and you see the core pulsing. It's not floating or anything. It's just sitting there in its encasing. You've noticed word spreading from Jorrack's words and Kian's. The crew's kind of mellowing a little bit. You pass Kian on the way down. You can roll me an Arcana check.
Me?
Yeah.
That would be an 11.
Okay. So again, you just look at it. You see it pulsing. It's not radiating anything. There's no leaks. There's no corruption leaking out around it. Nothing like that. It's just pulsing. However, you guys did manage to steady the crew for the most part, even though there's this stuff going on. Garrick even approaches. Actually, who would be the most on deck? Would be actually Daksha. Now that you're up on deck, you and Jorrack are up there by yourselves.
That's what I was going to say. Is because the reason I was having her do it is because she's used to it, and the reason I said twofold is the other thing is that she wanted to help the crew while she's doing that. That way, we're getting two things done at once. So yeah, it makes sense.
And if there's any fallout, it's my fault.
That too.
She'd still back you up, you know that.
Yeah.
Jorrack, roll me a perception check while Garrick approaches Daksha. Garrick actually approaches and says, you guys helped out here, keeping everybody reasonable. I owe you one for that. But he adds just to you, and if you share with the rest, that's up to you. He says to you, I saw a shape in the mists above the water behind us. And then he goes about his business. What did you roll for perception?
He's like, such a boring day. He's got an 8 for perception.
Oh my word!
See, that's why Jorrack hangs around with Rynn, because otherwise he'd just walk into walls and stuff.
Not that bad.
That night,
You're that bad.
that night, as things kind of settle and you guys are ready to retire to your bunks, you do find each of you a black feather. Each of you in your bunk space, and it is clearly one of Garrick's feathers. And it's not like it fell off. It's been placed.
Where's Garrick keep his feathers?
What's that?
Usually on his ass.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
Have
a
we
bird folk.
seen Garrick recently?
Garrick was just the one up on deck of the rigging talking to you, but that was earlier in the day. Like you guys have this. That was earlier in the day. It's now evening. You're retiring to your bunks, and you haven't probably seen him in a couple of hours.
I
You
think
hear him in the ship. You hear his voice.
When I see this feather, I go looking for him.
I was actually going to say I would gather the all of us together and be like, tell you what Jorrack said about seeing something above the water, and encourage us all to go look for it.
Okay. Well, so the two of you anyway, Daksha and Rynn, you guys get your feathers in hand. What about Kian and Jorrack?
Does the feather look like purposefully placed, or does it look like it
Yes.
just fell off during some...
No, it looked purposely placed.
He's actually going to sit on the bed and just examine the feather. It's never, it's almost like a gift. He's just like, wow. And that's it. He's just sitting on the bunk bed admiring it. Like
Okay,
no one's ever given
Kian?
him a gift before. Kian?
You guys see Daksha. I mean, she's got her and Rynn are together, and they're talking about going to see Garrick, who you can't see in the crew quarters, but you hear him below deck. He's down here.
Okay, so if Kian knew that the feather would have come from Garrick, then she'd probably seek him out.
Okay, so three of you are going to see Garrick. You guys find him just dealing with the situation with the cooks, and they've now settled in and quieted down. And as he turns away from the galley, the kitchen, and looks in the hallway at three of you and goes, "Oh, can I help you with something?"
Are these yours?
No, they're now yours. You guys did me a favor today, and now I owe you one.
Oh, so you gave these to us.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just checking, because
Okay. I thought maybe you were asking us to come talk to you.
No. But I did, and at that point he does look at Daksha and say, I did tell Daksha about the face,
Yes.
but I don't, other than that, I mean, we're all seeing strange things. We're all hearing strange things. I just heard from above deck that someone noticed one of the iridescent jellyfish, giant ones, the size of a rowboat, drifted by the ship upside down and dead.
That does sound strange.
There's some oddness.
Yes, there are.
But if you'll excuse me, and he kind of turns and goes to his quarters. That night, the stars, because I'm sure you guys go up above deck ahead of time before sleep or whatever, and just knowing you guys, the sky above The stars have vanished. The sky above is swallowed by a black void. And the horizon ceases to exist. You can't tell where air meets water. Down below, as you're making your rounds, the ashen core's glow is bright enough to show your bones through your skin the closer you get to it, almost like an x-ray. Somewhere deep below the Reaver, something impossibly vast stirs. Fog rolls in
Leviathan.
without warning the next day. Thick, greenish gray, heavy with the smell of brine. The world narrows to the deck and the rail. There are no birds, no creaks of a sail. Even the usual slap of water on the hull has gone. Crew members are not freaked out as bad as the other day, but they still murmur uneasily and their voices are muffled by the mist. It's that heavy. Below, the ashen core is humming. It's a low, resonant sound, and you can feel it in your teeth. It's as if it knows what's coming. Then the sharp clang of an iron bell rings from the crow's nest. Garrick the Raven, it's his alarm. It fades back into silence until the steady splash of oars cuts through the mist. What is your immediate actions? Daksha. Do you arm yourself? Do you find cover? Do you go down to secure the core where it is? Or even maybe climb the rigging for a better view?
Honestly, I feel like she would probably arm herself. She's one of those ones that wants to assess the situation before she steps into attacking, kind of thing. So she's more of taking a defensive position. Probably somewhere where, like, basically they'd have to go through her to get to the core, but not. She's still on upper deck, if that makes sense. So, like,
okay, so you're upper deck, basically in front of the arch, the doorway that leads down the stairs to the below deck. Okay. Rynn, what about you?
Rynn goes for the high ground and gets up in the rigging ready to pounce.
So you're going up for a better view. You can roll me a perception check. Kian, what are you doing?
I'm having technical difficulties is how I'm doing.
Okay. Well, I'll ask Jorrack, and then I'll come back to you. Jorrack, what are you doing?
He's doing two things. One, he's on the deck. He's got like a rope secured to like the riggings, and the other end of the rope secured to himself. And then he's at the edge of the ship by the railing, keeping a very close eye out.
Okay, and you can make a perception check. Kian, what are you doing?
She would come out up on deck and look for maybe Daksha or whatever, and go stand by Daksha and look out.
Daksha's right by the door as you come up. You notice she's kind of like bracing herself. Perception checks. Rynn, what did you roll?
19.
And Jorrack, what did you roll?
11.
11. Rynn, you
Blissfully unaware again.
noticed faintly through the fog the outline of a longboat gliding towards the ship. The boat emerges from the fog. No hands grip the oars, only long black sleeves where arms should be. The craft bumps against the Reaver's hull with a dull thud. The figures in tattered robes clamber up, their seashell masks carved into leering shapes. The air grows colder around them.
Prepare for boarding!
And their whispers slither across the deck like water down a hull. Let me
I'm
share
calling the alarm.
with you. It is.
I think Daksha, because the battle hasn't started yet, so I think Daksha will call back to her. What do you see?
I explain what I see.
Yeah.
Freaky marauders. I don't know what they are, but they don't look friendly. All hands on deck. All the hands. Everyone.
The sorry. So these things come up on deck. What is your reaction? Like Rynn, you're maybe 10 feet above them in the riggings, watching things. Immediately right there near the rail, Jorrack is the closest to them, and then Kian and Daksha are kind of guarding the way down below deck. What are you doing or thinking? Trying to like be tough and intimidate? Are you just getting ready for combat? Are you trying to determine whether or not like what they are or what's going on with them? Like why are they here? That's up to you guys.
Well, like I said, I'm making as much noise as possible to get everybody's attention to get them up on deck.
Okay. People are starting to come up.
Daksha's holding her action that if they show aggression, she attacks. But again, like always, she's watching for commands from the captain and also to make sure there's no one coming up behind us or anything else. Obviously, here's the main people coming in. Is there anyone coming in sneakily? Things like that.
Okay, you can make me perception.
Right.
Kian, what are you thinking?
We see these three coming toward us. How large are they?
They're humanoid, like human sized.
Okay.
5'6" tall.
She would just stand at the ready to see if they're hostile or not.
Okay. So you're just standing at the ready. You can make me an intimidation roll. Jorrack, what are you doing?
He's actually, since he's kind of right there on the edge, he's gonna ready an action to swing if they become hostile, but he's going to kind of bark at them, identify yourself or get dunked.
So are you trying to be more intimidating or are you trying to kind of figure them out? Basically insight or
Probably intimidating a little bit.
Okay, so roll me an intimidation. So let's go back to the perception roll. With
20.
Daksha. There's more than one longboat. There are several from both sides of the ship.
Oh, crap.
I would call it out.
These three are the unique. The rest, they look different. They don't look as ominous as these three.
Now that there are possible enemies, she switches over to her nonverbal signaling, kind of signaling out that there's, like, this many people, this direction, that way, this way. You know what I mean? Like she does signals with her hands and stuff, and goes silent, and make sure that the captain sees it as well. And he's seen
Captain's orders are defend the Reaver. That's his order, and it looks like he's already starting to engage some people or whatever they are, humanoids coming up on the other side of the rail. So that's what he's doing. The intimidation rolls. What did you roll?
I got a fat 11.
Okay. That doesn't.
You really like those double ones now, don't you?
He's not intimidating at all.
Yes, he is.
-1.
Who did the insight? Did anybody do the insight roll? Nobody?
You told Kian intimidation.
Oh, it was Kian? You were doing the intimidation. No, yeah, she was intimidating. So what did you roll, Kian, for intimidation?
A 12.
Oh, okay. So you're not very ominous either. All right. So with that, you guys can now roll initiative as you are engaged in these three
Can
range
I have to
dress.
try to talk to him in Aquan to see what brings them there?
Oh, okay. So you can now roll an insight check on your initiative. So we're going to do initiatives here. Let's go with Jorrack. What's your initiative?
8, but I did have a readied action. I don't know if that comes into
Oh,
play.
yeah, you did. So you get to go first anyway. So let's have you swing on one of these things.
All right, that is going to be A 17 to hit.
That hits.
That is initially going to be 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Okay.
he has to make a dexterity save 13. No. Strength save of 13.
Strength save.
Yes.
Okay. And does he? Nope. Okay. Nope. He fails.
All right. With dirty fighting, when he made the contact with the punch, he also did a shove action that shoved him 5 feet and hopefully over the railing.
Okay, so you shove him 5 feet backwards.
Yep. That's why he's on the
Okay,
edge of
he'll
the ship.
Dexterity save. You do manage to get him to the railing, and it looked like he was going to tip, but he does catch himself.
Gotcha.
Nice.
All right, so now we'll do initiatives. So you rolled. So what did you say you rolled, Jorrack, first?
8.
I think you also, Daksha. Did you have a ready to action?
I did have a ready action, yes.
Okay. So it will take you your action. You can move to them, to the edge of the ship, and then make an attack if you wish, or you can stay where you're at.
You know what? I think I'm going to follow suit with Jorrack, and we're going to try and knock one of these babies off. She will.
So you're going to go take an attack and.
Yep.
Stampeding
Okay.
Tusker.
I'm going to use my Tusk Strike.
All right.
boy.
Go ahead.
Charge at this thing. So for that, it is going to be a 14 to hit.
Okay. 14 to hit is a hit.
Alrighty. That is 4 damage, piercing.
Did you go for the same one that he tried to shove over?
You know what? With him being as close as he is to going over the edge, why not?
Okay, I will make a dexterity saving throw.
That's sensor teamwork.
And then he fails and goes over the railing and into the water. Splat.
Really?
Okay, so there are 2 of these guys left. There's fighting going on all around you, just so you paint the picture up on the aft of the ship and forecastle and all the rest. There's fighting everywhere. Crewman, captain, they're all involved, and you guys are kind of targeting these guys that look like they were headed for below deck. They were going in a direction. They had a purpose. So now we'll go through and we'll get an initiative. So Jorrack, what was your initiative?
That was an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Your rolls
All right.
suck tonight.
Yeah, you're not doing very good tonight. Kian?
Here,
That dirty 20.
I lend you my jail of dice.
Rynn, what did you roll?
18.
18. And Daksha?
11.
All right, so it will be Kian, Rynn, Daksha, Jorrack. Well, I'll go before Jorrack, but that's okay.
I will. Pathway.
All right, so top of the round. Kian, what are you doing?
Well, like I said, she would like to ask them in Aquan,
Okay,
why
so
do you
making-
come and attack us here?
roll me an insight.
Rolling an insight. That is 14.
Okay, with a 14, even through their cryptic answers that they're speaking, which almost seem rehearsed, you recognize now exactly what they are. These are Leviathan cultists. They are fanatics, and they're known for pursuing sea relics at any cost.
Oh boy.
Aha, so you come to take that which we so dearly fought to get. I think not. She will swing, she still can.
Yep.
At the front one with her scimitar.
We'll call your move your move action. It was your communication.
Okay.
So yeah, you can take an attack action.
That is a 16 to hit.
A 16 hits them.
Okay. That is 6 points slashing damage.
Okay.
Oops.
Hit it.
Yes.
How about
Yes.
new?
That is my turn. Come across on the mic, honey.
No, I'm showing comments from our viewers on the stream. So,
Oh,
so that was the end of Kian's action. So now we're at Rynn, and that makes Daksha on deck. So Rynn, what are you
Okay.
doing?
Now I'm up in the riggings. Where are these guys in relationship to me now?
Probably about, well, they're about 10 feet down from you and about 5 feet over. They're literally like 5 feet from the railing.
I can do it. I'm gonna pounce on one of them.
Okay. So you're doing a jump out of the riggings and pounce down on them. Okay.
Do I need to do any sort of check?
Yeah, you can do me an athletics.
Athletics, not acrobatics.
Actually, let's do acrobatics.
Good,
Because it's
because I have a
rigging.
+5 in acrobatics. 25.
All right. So, Rynn, you leap out of the riggings with a flourish and a spin and a twirl just to get away from other ropes that are in your way, and you come down on this. Roll your to hit.
I make Errol Flynn look like a
Well, that's to be determined on this dice roll.
fair enough. My attack roll. Okay, that one's a 3.
Okay, so you do land right beside him, but you don't land on him.
Okay.
And you come down with a swing, and as you land, that's your action and your attack.
I
So
don't get my
Daksha.
second attack.
Oh yeah, you get 2 attacks. Forgot. Yep. Go ahead.
All right. Well, that one's a 17.
That hits. So on your backswing with your fan.
Mm-hmm. I've forgotten what my damage is now.
attacking with her offhand, the other fan.
Yeah, she's good.
Cool.
Dual.
7, 8, 9, 10.
10 points. Oh wow, he's
Put
bloody.
a
He
lot
looks like
into that backhand.
So now Daksha, you're up. You see Rynn go down and do this fantastic leap, land beside the guy, and her movements are very fluid with the 2 fans. Almost like, again, she's a dancer. It looks like she's dancing and slashing and cutting at the same time. As you know, the backhand comes down. First one missed, backhand comes up, slashes, his blood splurts. You know, it's one of those comic book scenes that you see. You know,
And it's like a superhero landing.
What are you doing?
I am keeping an eye on I obviously keeping an eye on the people that are around me, but mainly keeping anyone from trying to go downstairs. If they start moving towards downstairs, that's where I go first.
Okay, so you're doing more observing than anything else at this point. So remember, abstaining from combat, sticking back a little bit, and watching and observing. Make me a perception roll. And we are going to move on to, well, I guess that's me, and see what happens. As one will swing back at Jorrack, who's there. I don't think a 5 is going to hit you.
Ching.
And the
Just
other
turns
one-
around and shows him his shell.
The other one is the one that Rynn just hit. That's gonna hurt at 23 with a 20 natural. So we are going to do. He's hitting you with a dagger, just like a sea dagger. It looks like made out of iron and brass. And as it hits, you will take 6 points of piercing damage, plus 1 point of cold damage.
I
You
hissed at
feel-
him.
Yeah, you feel that cut, and it's almost like it's it's cold. You've got a chill that runs through your body after taking that hit. And that's the end of his turn. Now, Jorrack, you're up.
Jorrack is just gonna like, that hurt, and he's gonna reach back and he's gonna pull out an arrow, improvised weapon. He's gonna stab with it. to 16
Okay.
to hit.
Hits.
And that is, almost max. 8 piercing.
Okay, he drops. So there's only the one left that's on Rynn at this point. And now we are at the top of the round. Kian, you're up.
Kian will move to that one and strike at him again with scimitar.
Don't worry, I know I asked you to roll perception, Daksha. I'm getting to you.
And can I use a luck point to re-roll that?
Okay.
And I now have a dirty 20 to hit.
Nice.
Dirty 20 to hit. Nice.
And that again is 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay. As you slash across, you open up the front of this guy's leather. He's got like robes on over top, but also you can see there's leather armor beneath, and your slice actually splits the leather as it sinks in and blood seeps out, and he drops to the deck of the ship.
Excellent.
Next up would be Rynn. Rynn, it looks like these three have fallen. What are you doing?
Okay, so there's none of these guys left.
There's still combat going on all around you that you notice, and there's like it's like a pocket in front of the door going down. It's kind of fairly empty except for you guys.
Okay, I'm going to attack the nearest enemy, but keeping in that boundary that we've created around the doorway.
Okay. So you're going to attack one of the enemies, and this guy is going to make a opportunity attack on you with advantage because you didn't see him.
22.
That hits.
And 8 points.
And he drops. But as you're going past and you to take the swing with the blade, you are surprised. Getting the details of what I need to know. You need to make. No, you don't need to make anything because he touched you. And there. Okay. So you get touched by a hand. And I will show it on the screen so you guys can get an idea, because these three are gone. And what has kind of come out from around was kind of like this behind one side of the mast, being hidden. And as you passed by, he reached out and touched you. You see this.
Oh, fuck.
You have your second attack still, because you only attacked with the one and dropped it. And this is what you're looking at. He touched you, and I will let you make the second attack at the same time he touches you.
Okay, he's getting that fan across the face. For a 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
24 points.
No. I wish it was 24 points. 24.
Oh, yeah, you hit. You hit. His robes seem to be made out of seaweed. 16.
6 points. Right to the mind.
6 points?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. And with that touch, you take 30.
I drop to the deck.
Okay.
Fuck me, that hurt.
Okay, I'm just pulling up my reference for. You are, just so you know, what is your Constitution modifier? Your con modifier?
+1.
Okay, so you have 7 rounds. Just so you know, you have 7 rounds to survive. That is how we're doing our deaths. We're not doing death saving throws. We're using our own variation that I could never ever find or remember when I was running a game. But now that I have like an index of it, I can pull it up when I want to. So it works. And you will have, right now, you have exhaustion level 1, but you are unconscious. So you guys see this happen on Rynn's turn, and it is now his full action. And who is next to Rynn? Who's closest to Rynn?
Probably
Rynn was going
Jorrack,
back
since she
before.
leapt down to help him fight.
Okay, so Jorrack, you're there. So Jorrack, he is going. You see this thing coming for you, and he is. Yeah, let's do that. Look up the spells. I'm gonna have to start putting spell descriptions in my actual notes, so I don't have to look them up every time. Okay. Range spell attack. All right. So his spell attack on you is 16.
One shy.
He missed.
Yeah.
Okay, what you see is when this thing is coming towards you, his hands come up, and all of a sudden this swirl of water comes out of his hands in thin air and form almost like a tidal wave in the air heading towards you, and it misses and goes off the edge of the ship. So that's his action, and right now we are at Daksha. What are you doing? You rolled perception. You are not surprised by this thing as you see him. Actually, you can take an opportunity attack as it goes past you, and then you can make your action.
I pre-roll
Yep.
18 to hit. I'm sorry,
That
8
hit.
plus mine, but it works still. And
Put a
that
12 armor class.
15 damage.
15 damage. Very nice. Okay, still up. And now your actual attack.
Okay. Another flat 18, so that'd be, and it's the same amount of damage. Sweet. Okay. So that's another 15 damage.
Okay, he's still up. So you've done that. That is your turn. We are now on to them. They're dead, and we go to the top of the round. So at this point, at the end of this round, I need everybody that's still standing to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I would signal that
no.
she's down to the crew.
Keep in mind, as you're fighting and all this chaos is going on, the deck is very slick and wet.
Okay.
So dexterity saving throws.
19.
Okay, you're fine. You keep your footing.
21.
You keep your footing.
18.
And you keep your footing. With that, now we're at the top of the round. Kian, what are you doing? You see Rynn has gone down.
I saw this thing touch her or go down.
You saw his hand touch her as she walked by the mast going towards the stairs going down, and he touched her, and all of a sudden she just...
Okay, so she would hopefully she can do this as a bonus action. Sheath her scimitar.
Yep.
And pull out her crossbow. And
Yep.
moving to keep some cover, but still be able to take a shot at him. Could she do that? Shoot at him?
Yep. Because what you did is you used your bonus action rather, because it's a reaction to sheath your weapon, but because you now drew another weapon, we'll make it your bonus action. So now you
Okay.
can take your full action.
Oh, excellent. That is a 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
That is 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
6 points.
Still up. Is that it for your action, Kian?
Just she would make sure she moved back to be undercover and keep the kind of the mass between him and her, so he can't get to her.
Okay. So you remain undercover. Note that. Okay. Rynn, it's actually normally your initiative round. I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, what?
As soon as you come back.
I'm here.
We will. Oh. Yeah, just a con save.
On save?
Yeah.
Under or over?
Over.
Well, I failed.
Okay. You are at level 2 exhaustion, but still unconscious.
Ugh.
All right, and that would take us now to Daksha's turn.
All right. Did you need that dex save?
Yeah, how was your dex?
Or did I think I gave it was 18?
Yeah, you gave me. You're standing. You're fine.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Sorry.
It's okay.
Nat 20.
I have brain farts all the time.
All right. I rolled a nat 20 to hit him.
How do you want to do it?
Since his
You have 3
hands,
points left and a nat 20. I'm sorry. You're
oh yeah. Since his hands are the main problem, she slices his hands off.
okay. So you bring your weapon down, and literally, you see, like, as you see there, you see the magical essence and the arcane power coming from him. You slice off his hands, the energy and the magic draining from him like the blood onto the deck, as it falls into a heap on the deck itself. With that, you look around, and the last of the cultists have collapsed, sliding across the slick deck. The fog clings stubbornly, thinning only in ragged patches. Those longboats drift away now, unattended, bodies being tossed into the seas, and some of them are splintering as they're moving away, and it looks like they're being torn apart from beneath the water. You can't see anything in the water, but you do see these longboats drifting away, and as they get a certain distance from the ship, they're literally just rendered apart as you see that. And for a breath, the sea is calm. Everything seems calm. Then the core pulses, and you can hear it. A single deep note that rattles riggings. And far astern, the water swells, hinting at something vast moving just below the surface.
Oh, crap.
Can I point out that the boats get rendered to Rynn just to be ornery? Like, what about that? You know, like she says it doesn't exist, right? Now, do you believe it exists?
Okay, and Kian, you had something that you wanted to add.
Yes, if there is anything left of that last dude with the killing touch, can she go investigate him and see what is this thing? And it looks undead. It looked undead.
So you're going to go and investigate the fallen
Yes,
bodies.
very
Most of
carefully.
the people that were attacking in the battle, the first ones, they were cultists. So you're doing that, and the fog is lifting slowly. The Reaver pushes on, even though the water is still. The magic still has those sails full, and it's still going. Moving forward quietly. That silence though feels a little heavier than before. As you go, and you're investigating this thing. that is there, and you do notice. Oh, the three original ones that you dropped, they all. Well, there's only 2 left on deck. There are 2 of them that have masks. So there were these seashell masks that they were wearing. Wearing on the this guy here, there is a half-burned scroll inside of a scroll case, and you also see there's a piece of scrimshaw driftwood. It's been carved with a Leviathan sigil on it, and it's glowing faintly as you have it, and as you move towards the door, so towards the core down below, it starts to glow. So there are 2 masks. There's that, and then there's a scroll. Do you look at the scroll?
And a dead kitty. On
Oh yeah, you guys forgot the dead kitty. You did make me another Constitution saving throw.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. I'm sorry, man.
I see the card, Ken. I see it. I just wanted to make the saving
I
throw.
rolled a 4.
So you now are at level 3 exhaustion.
Should we call for the ship surgeon? Can you help Rynn?
Jorrack, what does Jorrack have to offer?
Well, I didn't know when my turn was next. He would have grabbed, because we had prepared this beforehand, he would have grabbed one of Rynn's healing potions and poured it down her throat as an action.
Okay, well, yeah, that was pretty much the last round. So at this point, she's down. You do pour it. So roll me the healing properties of the potion.
Oh, I don't.
Let's see. 2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. I thought it was plus 4, but I could be wrong. Might be 2.
So that's 9 healing.
Okay. With 9 healing, Rynn, you come back with 4 hit points. You're conscious. You have 3 levels of exhaustion. Now, I'm just going to explain. That's a joke. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that this time.
Dad, don't give him any ideas.
Okay, let me.
Also, Jorrack would have wanted to have collected the dagger that stabbed him.
The dagger that stabbed you? Okay, it is a assault dagger. It does 1d4 plus 1 cold.
So did the undead-looking dude dissolve into nothingness like many undead do, or did he leave anything behind?
No, there's just like a corpse there. He is a drowned channeler.
So does anybody else on the boat of our crew know what he is?
He's undead. That's
what I thought.
Some kind of a humanoid.
Okay. I'm going to take the masks off the cultists and see what's underneath.
So you guys take the masks.
And ask the crew if they've seen this person's anywhere ever before.
I think.
Well, again, you are. It is. Shoot. I'm just trying to find something, and for some reason, it's not displaying on my end. So I have to go look it up. Oh my goodness.
I think Daksha's response to you talking about recognizes him. I think Daksha would be like, it looks kind of like a type of spirits or something, but my concern is what held him to this plane? Is there something stronger that holds him? Or did?
The cultists maybe were using him. Do you think he's a summon?
Can we just push him overboard?
Well, no, I think you should burn him. And then scatter his ashes over.
You want to set a fire, undead on fire on the ship?
Yes, we have barrels that we have for that.
Okay, so
undead.
This is weird. Yeah, I'm not.
Aren't undead notorious for being highly flammable?
Good.
Or maybe just this one isn't because he's wet.
I was wondering that's
This one
myself.
came out of the sea.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find something here because it's.
No, it's fine.
But
We'll keep them busy with roleplay, right?
we'll let Garrick or the captain decide.
Okay.
You want to go over there and kick him?
Where is Garrick and the captain? Are they all okay? Did they fend off the others on the other side?
Yeah, everybody there's no combat now on the ship. The ship's moving forward. So yeah, Rynn, with your rolls, all your D20 skill checks, to hit rolls, and everything else right now are -6. You are 15 feet slower than what you normally are.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah.
Jorrack will
long.
help her down. Come on.
All right. So you help Rynn down, and she sleeps for a couple of days, reducing her.
Kian would also make sure to go down and check on the, what is the thing called? The altar core? Altar?
Ashen
core?
core?
The action core.
Ashen core. That anything changed for it, it's still there.
Yep, it's still there. They didn't get to it. They moved past. Does any one of you have identify or no?
What's magic?
Yeah, I'm not magical. I think we only have one magical person on our team.
Okay. So at this point, you guys will have the time. I mean, it's going to be several days going by, or a couple of days anyway. That burned scroll that was in the case had a rough likeness drawn on it of the four of you, with a red splash of something across it. That was on his person. There are others aboard the ship that will identify, and you will automatically be allowed to keep these, the two masks you found. Once per day, the wearer can cast Detect Magic.
Nice, that's handy.
It's it's called a seashell mask.
Pickle the undead.
Huh.
They know it. That's funny. Here we go.
It would like
Pickle the undead.
and be like, "Do you think we should maybe talk to the captain about this or someone else? Why would they have a hit out on us? We're just beginning in this."
Because we're awesome.
Can
my
I
head.
have that?
Well, they maybe got our description from us when we got the Ashen Core from that volcanic island.
So 2 days passed. The fog does not return, but neither does the wind. The Scarlet Reaver drifts across an ocean of glass once again, being propelled strictly by magic. Even those gulls again are gone, and crew members patch sails, replace rigging in uneasy silence, glancing often towards the lower deck where the Ashen Core still pulses with an unseen heat. How are you guys processing this cult attack? Are you taking extra precautions? Are you speaking with the crew? Are you going down to investigate the core a little bit more closely? Like, what is your intention at this point?
And might suggest to one of the higher ups, Garrick maybe, isn't there some other protection we could put around this thing? That if they break through our defenses, if we have another attack looking for it, that they won't get it? Doesn't anybody have some sort of warding spell that can?
There are Like Garrick tells you, the captain does have some form of wards already in place to prevent it from being removed from the ship.
Good.
What they are, I don't know, because the captain won't tell me. Yes, Rynn.
When people are not around, Rynn decides to skulk down to where the core is, and she's
Yep.
going to look at it and kind of idly going to say, "What is it that is drawing all of these things to you? What are you?"
So you're just talking to it. You're not touching it or anything like that. You're just
She's looking at it and
observing.
being nosy.
You can either roll me an Arcana, Religion, or Nature.
Let me see what I have an actual chance of making. Nature? Oh, it doesn't matter. I got a +0 on all of them, so.
Okay. Pick which one.
In the same way.
16?
16. And what were you rolling on? What were you trying to figure out? Arcana.
Let's go Arcana.
Arcana. That pulsing, as you're sitting there for a while and you're talking to it and you're asking it questions, that pulsing isn't random. It seems to be following a rhythm, a pattern, aligned to something deep, deep below.
Okay, she's getting really curious now. She's gonna
Tap, tap, pause. Tap, 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 pause. Tap, pause. But
she's
instead,
paying much closer attention.
The invention of Morse code. No, I'm joking.
Jinx.
if some of your other characters were here right now, they would go, "Hey, wait a minute!"
Character is not magical. Bang on
That's the same pattern.
It's the exact same thing happening all through Kelpwood. That tap, tap, pause. Tap, 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 pause.
All right, she's gonna inspect harder now, because this is really getting her,
How
her
hard?
curiosity. Like,
Are you touching it?
oh yeah, she's like all
turning
over this thing.
Wait. He said that's worded.
Well, from being removed from the ship.
Captain worded it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's all over this thing now.
His specific words were, "It's warded from being removed from the ship." So I will let you make. You've already made your Arcana. You can make a Religion or a Nature roll as you're doing this. Don't worry.
Come on, Rynn, get some good rolls.
19.
Yeah.
You can, as you're feeling it, it's almost like you can sense what it's doing. You can tell that there are certain entities below the water that it's drawing towards the ship, and some that it's pushing away. It seems to have that kind of effect. However, as you grab it and you turn it, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, damn it. Am I still reduced?
Yes.
You've got back 2 of your exhaustion, so you're still at exhaustion level 1, which means you're -2 to your rolls.
Okay. So my Constitution is 13 plus 1 minus 2. I'm confused now.
Okay, roll your dice.
Yeah,
What'd
I
you
got
roll?
11.
And you got a +1, so that's
Right.
12. But you're
Right.
at -2, so you're at 10.
Okay.
So you failed.
Yeah.
You take 4 points of fire damage to your hands as you touch it,
Ah,
and you get this instant psychic image in your mind of a massive serpentine coil with burning eyes.
it's a Leviathan.
Okay,
Do you believe?
leave it at that. The rest of you, Rynn's gone downstairs. What's going on?
Well, I was gonna say that I was also kind of down there, almost guarding
Okay, so
that.
you're kind of at the door, watching,
Yep.
observing. You're seeing this, and you see her go up to examine, and you see like flinch, and then she actually, you hear her actually shout, "It's a Leviathan." Jorrack, what's Jorrack been doing?
He's been doing a couple things. First, if no one took the burnt scroll, he would have brought it to his bunk and kind of hung it up because now he's a picture of all of them. He would patrol the deck and just keep an eye out for more longboats. And between that, he would like bring soup to Rynn just to make sure she was all right. So he might be bringing a bowl of soup or some food down to her bunk at the moment.
Okay, so precisely the same thing. You're coming down the stairs, you stop in the galley, you get some soup, and you reach the door of the main cargo hold. Kian is kind of standing a little bit off to the side, observing what's going on. And Kian, you also noticed the pulse, like that pattern. You were down there long enough to know, but Jorrack, you just get there just in time to hear, like you see, like Rynn standing right beside this thing, shaking her hands, and then shouts, "It's a Leviathan."
And she's like running around like a crazy person. She's
Daksha.
absolutely hysterical.
On the other end, Daksha, I think, is trying to get as much information as she can from the crew members and things like this. Best way to mitigate another attack, and trying to reassure them that yes, there was something under the water attacking the ship, but it seems to be on our side at the moment.
It's not on our
Okay.
side.
You can.
So, kind of ask around as to what the Leviathan cult's objectives are. If anybody has ever heard of them, what are they trying to achieve?
You, well, first, Daksha, you kind of talk to the crew, and preparations are being made against raiding parties. As far as the captain's concerned, that was a success. You're going to have moments at sea, and that you hear that from them. There's going to be times out here we're going to be attacked by smaller vessels, bigger vessels, sea creatures. We never know what's going to happen out here in the Expanse. So you do get that information, and you kind of learn a little bit more about the defenses of the ship that's available to you. What you all find out, and Kian, you start asking questions, and then you all come back. You know, Rynn as well. You're back up on the deck. You're told a little bit about the Leviathan cult. They are a cult that is trying really hard to awaken and raise the ancient Leviathan from the seas, and they're doing that by their collecting relics, ancient relics like the Ashen Core, and they're feeding it to the beast.
Interesting.
So that's their objective: is to retrieve those relics at all costs.
But why?
Because they want to awaken the Leviathan.
Why do they want to awaken it? Then what?
They think it's like their god. Yeah, very much so, Ken. Ukatoa. They think it's they worship it pretty much.
The people of Kelpwood want this Ashen Core because they want to do that too? Or they want to stop it?
Well, you were never told that. You were never told who the actual core is for. Is it for Kelpwood directly? Is it for an individual in Kelpwood that's waiting for it, for a deal to be made? You're not sure. And that's information that you're not getting from anybody.
That having Leviathan awaken would be a good thing for us land and sea creatures.
No. Big water snake bad.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Somebody.
I don't know.
Danger noodle.
Somebody make me a perception check.
I will.
I'm oblivious.
Just want one.
Yes, it does make a lot of sushi.
7? Okay, you don't notice it.
No, 17.
17? Okay, well, you do notice it. A flying fish leaps out of the water midday, lands on the deck, flopping wildly, and then just dies.
It dies that fast?
Yep,
That's
within
odd.
moments.
I would
And yeah, you don't even need to make a nature check on that. That's odd.
That is odd.
Does it appear to be cooked?
No, it was moving. It was a flying fish. It flew up on deck, landed on the deck, plop, and then just kind of flopped around for a moment and died.
Okay, I think Daksha will get really close, won't touch it, but look to see if there's anything like disease or anything residual coming off of it or anything.
Nope, nothing that you can tell as you're looking at it. The day goes by. As I said, it had been a couple of days. Garrick is seen drawing spirals in the ship's wood. As you're kind of going to your bunks, you notice him out of the corner of your eye, and he's drawing it on the wood like a spiral,
Garrick,
like spirals you see in the sigils.
what are you doing, Garrick? Why are you carving that?
To keep the tide from noticing. And then he goes back to doing the spirals. Seems to be placing them on.
Noticing what?
He kind of just looks at you oddly. Us.
Mm-hmm.
Who else
And
matters?
spirals will fix that?
Make an Arcana.
Sure. That would be 15.
These are magical sigils that he's carving into the arched, like the doorways of the ship. Different.
Why weren't they there before?
All right.
He looks at you and he says, "We weren't running from Leviathan cultists.
We're running from Leviathan.
Yes.
The Leviathan still slumbers."
Sure about
Yes.
that? I saw his eye.
Yeah, perhaps a premonition.
Oh, great. Now I'm seeing things that haven't happened yet. Yay.
So you return to your bed, and you guys get your night's sleep. So your exhaustion is now gone. Rynn, you are perfectly normal.
Well, that's
For Rynn,
relative.
You that night. I mean, you guys all are again. You're still getting these occasional. They're not as frequent as they were before, but you're getting the occasional nightmare that are the same. Kind of overlapping with each other. Rynn, you get something different. You have a dream of a burning tree growing underwater.
Sorry, burning tree and what?
It's a burning tree that is growing underwater. And you hear a voice. Return what you carry. And then
What?
you wake up with a cold sweat.
The hell?
Yeah. As the fourth day now ends since the cultist attack, clouds gather near the horizon. The wheel jerks in the helmsman's hands without wind. The core pulses hard once, loud enough to shake the rigging and rattle the ship. Ahead, you see a jagged shimmer of coral reefs peeking out from the dark waters. And it's like a green silhouette in the distance of the edges of the massive mangrove swamps that are far ahead of the kelpwood ridges and the cliffs on the sides of Kelpwood, where it comes down into the swamps and the delta from the river that's there. Seems like the voyage end is almost in sight. So it seems. The sun vanishes quickly behind a thick wall of clouds. The water ahead shifts from deep navy to a sickly green, streaked with pale turquoise channels between jagged coral spines that break the surface like teeth. Beyond the danger lies Kelpwood, a tiered harbor town built on stilts, decking, and docks. Captain Vane voice cuts through the wind. Reef watch! Hands to the lines. If chains didn't kill us, these teeth might. So how are you contributing? You can take out lookout positions. You can help handle the sails, or go up on the bow and do with the navigation. Yes, Rynn.
After I wake up from that strange dream, the fox guy, I forgot his name. The one that gave us the feathers. Yes, Garrick. Keep wanting to say Jorrack, but I know it's not him.
No. I
Garrick.
have one feather and it's mine.
I go to him and I tell him what I saw.
Might be just a dream. Might be
Or
a
it might
nightmare
not.
fueled by your fears, or it could be another premonition, or it could be someone reaching out.
And then
something.
we got that pulse. I think it's more than just a dream.
They're fighting to get it back. They want it, obviously. Or to them, they need it. What is coming at this point is we got a group challenge here, guys. As you're going through these reef waters, you can choose to help with a survival roll. You can choose with a nature roll. You can choose perception to spot hidden reefs. You can do acrobatics to move quickly along the riggings, or to signal directions. And if you've got any use with water vehicles, you can help maneuver the ship. So that's what you can choose to do. You need 3 successes before 2 failures.
I'm going to use my acrobatics because that's my best.
I've got a couple of different good stats. I can
18.
either,
Okay, so you're no problem. You're going back and forth. Daksha, what are you doing?
I can either do like the navigation tools, or I can, because I have that, because I have both water vehicles and navigation tools. But I also have a good perception and a decent survival. So any of those would work. But I want to balance out past what the others are doing. So I'm kind of
Okay. So you're going to wait and determine. Kian, what are you helping
do
with?
a variety of things and not the same thing for everybody.
Yep.
I will do a survival roll if I'm helping with wherever.
So you're trying to
They
watch, like you're watching the water, but you're watching specifically the currents and the reef patterns as you're going through, and notifying those that are there. That's what you're helping with. So roll a survival check.
That's a lovely 11.
Okay, so that is a fail. But you're thinking, you're seeing things, you're pointing it out as you go. Jorrack.
Jorrack is Titanicking himself up in the front, just using perception to kind of help keep an eye out.
To spot those hidden reefs and sudden shallows. Okay. Or roll me perception.
Okay, because of that, I will take the tools then.
Okay,
but
you can roll for that.
I'm not sure how to do that. It never tells you how to add that to your.
For me, I think it's more of,
Because I know some of the tools will be like, oh, you do this check plus your proficiency or something like that. But
are you trying to help like the steering, or are you just trying to help navigate?
It can be either one because I have both. So whichever one is more needed. And it's
They're both needed. They both can be helpful. You can one is a wisdom, one is a dexterity.
I'm better at dexterity, so let's do the dexterity one.
Okay.
Of course. Let's see here. Do I
What a
get my
wonderful crew.
proficiency with that, right?
What's that?
I get my proficiency with that as well, correct?
Yes, of course.
Just making sure. So I got a 14 because I rolled really bad.
Okay. You help maneuver the ship the best you can. Every now and again, you grab the wheel from the helmsman, and you kind of, because you notice something that they don't, and you from one direction, which they did come out right. Anyway. Yeah.
Such a child.
My bad. I know. He said. So either way, so that's what you're doing. And Jorrack, you're doing that perception. How did you roll?
Well, he could probably see the reefs, but being silent Jorrack, he forgets to call them out, so that's a 9.
Okay. So you did manage to get 3 successes, however.
Oh.
Before the two failures. The Reaver glides into open water beyond the reef with no damage. As you weave through the reefs, the ashen core hum builds to a resonant thrum that vibrates the hull. The brass bands glowing red hot now. Every crew member kind of flinches as the sound presses against their skull. Suddenly, a wave of heat radiates from below deck, and a voice, low and alien, echoes in your minds. You cannot hide it.
Well then.
Arcana, religion, or a constitution saving throw. For all of you, you can take your choice.
I'm confused.
The same.
Arcana or religion check?
Yeah, Arcana check, religion check, or a constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Will determine what your immediate quick action is.
Yes, that's
16 con saving throw for me.
Okay. So you are in the riggings and you just kind of brace yourself and you feel this barrage of psychic energy hit you and you resist it.
I
Daksha,
accepted
what
the
did you
con
do?
saving throw too. That's a total of a 16.
Okay, 16 does the same thing. You resist. Daksha?
I got a 7. It doesn't matter which one I did because they're all.
Well, it does matter. What were you?
Probably the con save.
So you do okay. So you don't. You managed to take 3 points of psychic damage.
All right.
And make note that you will have disadvantage on your next ability check.
Lovely.
And Jorrack, what did you roll for?
See if we all did con saves, and I got an 8. Just an 8.
Okay. You take 6 points of psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on your next ability check.
Oh,
As this is going on, let us do this.
I am changing my dice.
And we do this.
Jellyfish.
pity.
Well,
Pity.
yes and no. You see coming out of the water around you these incorporeal water elementals, and they're going up in the air. They're flying, and they're coming up on towards the ship. What are you guys doing as you're seeing this? Because you were all there, you brace yourself. This pulse went out, and now all of a sudden these things are coming up.
Do they look like jellyfish like that?
They do, but they're flying. They're in the air, and they're dripping water as they are.
Flying jellyfish. Now I've seen everything.
And then you see a bunch of them. You see they're hitting the side of the ship, like the hull, with a thud.
Is it doing anything to the hull when they do that?
Make a perception roll.
That I can do.
Kian would probably draw her scimitar and make sure that if any of them come near her, she slices them in half so she doesn't get hit by them.
Okay.
15.
It looks like they're penetrating the hull
Penetrating it?
without damaging it. It looks like they're partially going into it.
They're kind of like phasing it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing. Some of them come by you, Kian, and they're like zipping around, and they're banging into the wood. Looks like they're trying to get below deck. They can't seem to go through the doorways, so they're trying to go through the wooden decking and the walls that are there. And you slash at them, your weapon goes right through them completely.
Interesting. Okay, so they're water-based.
Jorrack, what are you doing?
How
You see this. You see other crewmen swinging at them, and their weapons are having no effect.
are there any of them within reach?
Yep. There's quite a few of them.
So he will try, and it's probably not going to make a difference. He's going to try to lean forward and try to bite into one because they look like jellyfish, and he's salivating.
Oh no!
You lean forward and you reach out to one to grab it and bite. Your hands kind of go through, and so does your jaw. There's nothing there, and it zips off, and boom, it hits into the wall again. Roll a perception check. Anybody else doing anything at this point?
Trying to think what
Rynn.
Yes.
Rynn is at a complete loss. She doesn't know what the hell to make of any of it.
Kian has an idea.
Okay.
There's a 14.
Maybe
by the way.
nothing, but she'd run down to the galley,
Yep.
yell at the cooks, "Give me
Okay.
all the salt you have." And
And
she'd start salting the inside of the walls leading down to the...
Okay, roll me a religion check.
hey, you never know. Maybe you get lucky.
Or Arcana if you choose. If you'd rather do Arcana, you can.
19!
19. As you're doing that, you guys up top don't notice this, but she doesn't. They start to go back into the water.
Hey, nice one.
Down the stairs, she's throwing salt all over the inside of the hole.
So you've pretty well salted into the gaps and the cracks and everything else. You actually start to see, it looks like the head of one start to push through into the inner space of the below deck. But then as soon as you come by with the salt, it's like repelled outwards. The last reef falls behind you, and the water deepens to a calming blue-green. Lanterns glow along Kelpwood's harbor walls. The crew breathes easier, though the coarse heat lingers in the air. As you make for the dock, the wind shifts, and on it, a voice that you all hear. At least the four of you. It's soft as the tide. Return it, or drown with it. The Scarlet Reaver glides into the berth, the crew eager to step ashore and get off the ship and away from the core. But that core's warning is hanging heavy. It seems like there might be a couple of others that got the same warning. And unseen eyes may already be watching from the harbor shadows. It's hard to tell. 1 second here, guys. We gotta do this one.
Return it. She asks the other three.
You heard that too?
I heard it tell us to return it. What, back to the volcano? Where we fought those imps? Or what? What does it mean?
Captain wanted it, so gotta trust the captain.
The Scarlet Reaver slips into Kelpwood's harbor as the afternoon light fades. Tiered docks climb the cliff sides and the swamps. There's basically to the east of, I guess it's east of Kelpwood. there is. It's not really like a tall mountain cliff, but it's like a high banked. It's like a cliff, and then it comes down, and then there's the delta for the river, the Silver Run River, that comes out of the middle lands and comes down through this area, and then there's the swamps, the marshland of Kelpwood, and its area, and then to the west there's more cliff faces that are there. So that's just to kind of see what's going on. So there are docks everywhere. There are decking everywhere. There's rope bridges everywhere. The harbor smells of wet rope and pine from the tar and the forested regions beyond. You can smell the moss and the algae and the mangrove trees. Like it's kind of a lot. Like you've gotten kind of used to it being aboard a ship, but this is now you're adding ocean to swamp, and it's kind of an odd blend to your nostrils. Lanterns flicker to life along the quay as lines are thrown and mooring hooks bite into the dock. Crew members begin unloading some cargo that they had on board. Their eyes are drifting towards the hold, and where the captain and Garrick now come up from below with a big metal box. And you can hear that humming from within the box. What are you guys like? How do you guys step onto the docks at this point as the captain's going off with a separate entourage, not involving you guys? So how does Jorrack go on to the docks of Kelpwood? Warily, confident, kind of trying to slip away on your own. Like what's Jorrack up to?
He's a little lost in himself. He's probably going to be the last one to go on the docks because right now he's looking at the docks. He's looking at the casual people. I mean, it's not a dangerous port. This is people living their lives. And he's got a little bit of nostalgia, but also part of him's like, I don't know if I want to return to this. He doesn't say that. He's just, he's wary and unsure, but he will join the group because he knows it doesn't harm him.
You're going to fall to the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Diane, how are you doing this? Or are you?
So we were
leaving?
given shore leave?
Yep. You see the crew starting to, I mean, some of the crew are unloading. You see the captain with Garrick and two others that are with them that you guys know as they are crewmen aboard the ship. They're probably the captain's closest crewman. Probably his first mate and, one other. They've got
Probably would just find the closest sailor's tavern.
So you're going down just kind of with confidence. You're just kind of strolling down.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Rynn? It's a bustle of activity, and now more than ever, you're seeing this activity going on. There's a lot of people seem to be shocked to see the Reaver, and there's a lot of excitement in the air, and there's more cargo being put onto the deck, and you see exchanges happening. You see coin and shell marks being exchanged. Shell marks being the currency of the Seahorse Isles. So you see a lot of exchanges going on with certain members of the crew and the cargo that they're unloading, and they're collecting their bounties that they have. So how are you going about this?
Rynn being Rynn, she puts on an air of arrogance and basically dances her way off the ship completely carefree.
Okay. Are you being genuine or are you putting on a front?
It's kind of half and half.
Roll me a performance.
3.
Okay. You've got 2 left feet. Like you're feeling off. Daksha, how are you proceeding down?
So she herself is actually pretty confident. Just there isn't really any reason for her to have any worries really right now. But she's being her ever watchful self and notices that Jorrack's kind of a little hesitant, and I think she just very gently pats him on the back. You can stick with me if you like.
So the two of you are the last off the ship.
Yes.
And as you're going, you see basically Kian's in the lead. It seems to be she's headed down one of the docks that looks like it's headed towards one of the more active spots off to the side. And it's not up, it's actually on the water, and it's floating. And it's got all kinds of activity. You hear music, you hear song, you hear all that going on. So she seems to be heading towards a tavern. And you guys are all down there, and Garrick the Raven is with you, along with Captain Vane, walking in unison as the rest of the crew are doing trades. Transferring the Ashen Core into a reinforced cart that's flanked by two others. And the core, you can see the glow through the crack of the box, the lid, coming out. And this heat is still radiating through this box. And it's not, you see now that it's not iron, it's not steel, it's brass that it's in. And Captain Vane steps close and speaks very quietly. We made it. But this is not over. Eyes will be on us here. And not all of them are friendly. Just he glances towards a cluster of cloaked figures along the way. You guys can make perception rolls, please.
Oh, come on. Nat one.
You're oblivious. You're just focusing on
19.
Yeah, but I'm
19?
focusing on Jorrack, making sure he's okay.
Diane?
12. Like 12s today.
You're just focused on getting to the bar. Jorrack?
6.
6. You're just kind of focusing on Daksha helping you along the way. So, Rynn, you're the only one to notice it.
There you go.
You note that those figures that the captain just kind of glanced towards, they're wearing robes, and the robes are damp, and they're trimmed with seashell charms. Seems to be markers of the Leviathan cult. But they're not making any action towards you right now.
I nudge Jorrack in the ribs with my elbow, and I point them out to them.
What about them?
Okay.
They look
Do you
like
explain what they are?
cultists.
Now that you look, yeah. Now that she points it out, they definitely look like Leviathan cultists. Anybody
Glares
else
at
being...
him.
And I'm confused. The Leviathan cultist attacked us trying to get it back. So if he was just planning on giving it to him, why?
Well, he's not headed toward them. He passed them. And he
Oh,
made it, you see, but you're focused on the bar.
yes.
Rynn, do you tell anybody else?
I don't know. Is anybody else close by?
You're all of you are like in a group, moving in a direction.
I mean, I didn't whisper it, so anybody nearby would have heard.
So
you're
you
in the
hear
back.
Rynn. You hear Rynn say Leviathan cultists. All of you hear that.
I think we should be careful that they do not try to kill us. It seems we are marked. Since kind of gestures to Jorrack because he had the picture.
Okay, this is good. This is a tough one, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Deception, intimidation, or stealth to try and prevent these particular operatives. Now that you know they've seen you, try to prevent them from basically following you or figuring out where it's being taken or anything else. So you all need to make a roll: deception, intimidation, or stealth.
But we're not going to.
3 of you must succeed.
Deception, you said?
Yep.
Okay, I'll go with that one.
Go, Rynn. I hope it works.
19, 20, 21.
Nice.
Okay. Pass.
I went with intimidation because that's a Jorrack thing, even though I had a -1 at my dice.
Yep.
And I got a 17.
Nice.
Yeah, good. I
Okay.
went with intimidation also, which I am pretty good at. So the total was a 17 also.
Okay. Who do we have left?
19 in stealth.
Yep.
What'd you get?
I got hang on, 21 in stealth.
Okay. So our deception person, Rynn, as you're moving about and you're kind of whispering things and like nudging people as you go by, and you're dropping false information here and there that you're headed over to the west. Like you're just saying, we're headed over to the west or whatever. We're gonna party off the ship. People seem to be very excited to see the Reaver and its crew. For the most part, you guys are getting a very warm reception. For the most part, so that's what you do. The two intimidation folks, you just kind of look a little bit menacing, and any of those curious dockside other figures that just they seemed a little bit out of place. Maybe they're rogues, maybe they're smugglers, whatever. You kind of deter them and keep them at bay, so they're not interested in following you at this point. And Daksha, even though Garrick's got the box, you actually take the box from him and maneuver yourself into a different spot with the captain. And you, without attracting any attention, you kind of do a move in misdirection with this item as you go. And as the last cargo behind you is stowed and the core is now being taken by Garrick, the captain, and those two crew, they disappear into the walkways and the decking above, leaving you guys behind. A sudden stillness falls over the harbor out at sea, and the water beneath the Reaver ripples, though there's no wind, there's no waves. You feel a pressure in your chest, like the moment before a wave breaks. Then, in the minds of every crew member, a voice speaks low and cold. Return it or drown with it. The water swells against the hull before falling still once more. The Scarlet Reaver prepares to take on new provisions. Captain's Vane's orders, like when he comes back, there's no box with him anymore. And his orders are urgent. We can't linger here. The sea remembers us now. The voyage will continue, but the Leviathan cult will not relent. And with that, we end episode 2.
Yay.
So, to sum up, the captain took the item, the core, made his delivery and his exchange as agreed upon. And even though you guys are no longer in possession of the core, you are the last individuals, or there are 4 people aboard the ship that know exactly where the core went. So the Leviathan cult may come after the crew, or in particular Garrick, the captain, and those 2 other crewmates, to get information on where it is. So that sums up the episode. You guys received a grand total. Let me figure this out here. You did all the encounters. That's 300 experience points each.
Da, 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 da.
Ta-da.
How was your game, Toms?
It was good. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.